Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He's coming.
20.
He's coming. Double up. 58.
Gun.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 17.
On 1st down, Love. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like in the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Out from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Great.
Here's Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
58 to Mike. It's been a long day for you. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, let's get in there.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49 to Mike. Bravo! Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
To throw again. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. On 2nd and 10, Newton. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the end. Great. Hey! Tighten up.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Ready? 133. Come on. Express. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Blue Dan. 58, boys. 58's Mike. I'm here all day. Check. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Pick the edge. 20. Check 52. Big edge. I get it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton.
And this is complete. It's Allen. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready.
Hey, check. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 8. You got 3 down. Watch twist.
Ready.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
49, check 49, check 49.
Gun.
Ready.
On second and goal, Newton, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, he scored on the ground and through the air, and the Chargers have taken the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Matt. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On the ready. Exit.
49. Benefit. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. I'm on. 49, guys.
Go.
To throw on third down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
To the center. 780.
Yes, Mike. It's coming this way.
Great.
Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 2.
Express.
On first down, it's Newton. Caught by Allen.
Newton's pass complete to Keenan Allen. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
And 58 to Mike.
Newton now to throw. And it's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
58 to Mike. I'm coming.
Express!
I'm coming. Go, go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Eight.
Coming up to you. Slam, slam, slam.
20. 8. 8. 8.
Switch.
What do you...
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Love. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a first down throw for Newton. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
8. Great. 58, echo. 58, that's fast.
Let's go, D. 58, boys, 58.
Now Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Gun.
58. 58, come on. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
Great.
Turn it up.
That's fast.
58, Mike. Hey, let's get in them home.
Throwing again is Newton. He's got it to Hilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
What is it?
58's the Mike. Check tight.
Again, Newton. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm here all day.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. after an incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
58 to Mike. Hard try. 58, boys. 58. 58 to Mike. I'll get him. Express. Get him. 20. Hayward.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Gun.
Tight go.
Express. 28. Here go.
From the gun, here's Newton. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 8. Second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Newton, he's got Allen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, it's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Throwing is Newton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ben Banagoo in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, watch the slant. 58, right over there. Right 58.
Newton now to throw. He's got it to Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Love. He goes full extension, and he's got it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
20. 8. Let's go. Gun. Great.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Completes it to Watt. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Bang!
20.
SOS. Watch twist.
8.
Joker.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
That's it. 180.
Yes, Mike. Who that?
Express.
58's the mic. 58's the
Gun, gun.
Watch the run, watch the run. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Quick time's up. And bring it. And 58.
To throw again. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Throwing again. Newton. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Newton now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Gun, gun, gun.
Army. Go. 58. 58's Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Let's make her great. 8.
Switch gears.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They go play action here on first down. Complete to Hilton. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Great.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
20.
58 Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
8.
And 58 is a Mike. Go home. 64. Wait. Rush in.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Great, great, great.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Not today, you are. Not today. Kick.
8, 8.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. Fresh down.
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Gun, gun.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike.
They snap it to Newton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on it. And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built up that lead at intermission. And they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now. And all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays. And right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively.
Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun.
55, Mike, 55.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, he's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. All day, every day.
Off play action. Newton. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
I'm coming. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Check. Check.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Check safety.
Gun.
58 for Mike. Watch the screen.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
58, boys. 58 is Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today.
You express. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I got it. Shift.
8.
37. Check 37.
8.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Check it. Crash. Check it back. Hey, Buds.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 4th down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Ready? 180. 20.
Time to go. Night. Sponge. No. Check 24. It's free. Check.
8.
Kill. Undercrush. Undercrush.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
20.
Delta. 58's the mic. 58.
Express.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
58, boys. 58. 58's the mic.
Great.
Ricky, Wahoo.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
He's coming. Double up.
Throwing here, Newton. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. What's that? Ready?
Mike, 58.
20.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Slam.
8.
Hey, watch the ship. Check.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Express.
Hey, check 24.
8.
Watch the edge.
8.
Tighten up.
Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Express. Gun. Here we go. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Quick the edge.
Go. Express.
Motion.
On 4th down, Newton. And he's got his man, Hilton. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Great. 8. Ready.
Newton's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but
This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
What's that? Right there to 3.
Mike, 58, right there.
We own them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And some room to work. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get that back to Allen. And now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Newton. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Target.
First and 10.
Check the
8.
Deuce. 49, check 49.
On first and 10, Newton. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They'll come out in the pistol. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Play action. It's Newton. To the end zone, but knocked away and